Welcome to Bathtub Yoga and Ceremony. You're invited to set your space with maybe an intention you've never had before. Gathering candles, crystals, maybe some essential oils, plant medicines or incense to burn and smudge your space, clear the energy. Not all of us have access to a bathtub like the one you see in this video. However, when one is placed in your access, it gives rise an invitation to create ceremony and make time for self-care, for connection to your divine self. Gods and goddesses, this is not just a ceremony for the feminine. You are invited to nourish yourself with the healing waters. Water, nibe, it's sacred, so fill your tub. Take your time now to create a space free of interruption. Start to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose as you prepare this space, calming your nervous system and getting ready to have a bit of yoga, a bit of ceremony. I've added Epsom salts to my bath water to help draw out toxins from the body and soothe. If you have never had a bath with salts, I highly recommend you take an opportunity. I'm also taking the opportunity to add a bit of essential oils and hydrating oils to my water. Just a couple of drops. It doesn't need a lot. And you can choose anything that illuminates your senses. I've chosen a grounding scent of frankincense in my water. I've collected incense, candles, a special soap that was made here on the West Coast, and a few of some very special crystals that help me stay grounded and just connect with higher sources. Some of them have been gifts, some of them collected along the journey. So take your time now and set up the space. You're always welcome to pause this video as you do so before we invite ourselves into the tub. And I take a moment to smudge myself with incense. And you can follow whatever's coming to you or take an opportunity to try this practice. As you slowly enter the tub, take some nice deep breaths, give yourself a couple wiggles as you become accustomed to potentially the heat of the water. Nice deep inhale and gently release that inhale through the nose. If you can and it's available to you, try spreading your toes underneath your buttocks and giving your feet a nice stretch. Kind of sitting in a rock posture. That's with your knees are bent, feet are underneath the bottom. And you can place your hands anywhere along your tub to give yourself support. We're only going to be here for a few minutes. Breathe gently as you stretch the feet. And gently release that stretch. Sitting back with your legs extended out in front of you. Sit up nice and tall. And take a nice deep breath in. We're going to center into our breath here, and you can place a hand over your heart, hand over your abdomen. Take a nice deep inhale and breathe into the belly, down into the pelvic floor. Relax your shoulders, relax the jaw, release the tongue. Breathe gently down into the abdomen. And you're invited to close your eyes if you haven't already and center your gaze in between the eyebrows. And gently breathe still down into that pelvic floor. Imagining that big space inside your body filling up below the diaphragm. Letting the temperature of the water calm your nervous system. Gently bring your hands up to your rib cage now and take a nice deep inhale into the sides of the ribs. Consciously bringing your breath into this space. Even if you don't really feel the breath in these areas, imagine the breath coming out the sides of your ribs. Exhaling slowly. Beautiful. Try to release the thoughts, release the worries or any to-dos. Come into your body here in this present moment. Breathe into the ribs and gently release it out, bringing the hands now up to the chest. And breathe into your chest space. This is a space that can feel quite common. It's a very shallow part of the breath. Exhale nice and slow. And now gently let's pull all three areas together. Breathe into the pelvis, into the ribs, into the chest, and exhale slowly. And wherever you are, release that and come to sit in a comfortable position, sinking fully into the tub, feet extended out in front of you. And using always the supports of the tub or the sides of the walls to feel comfortable and stable. Reach for your toes and exhale. Maybe rubbing the legs, feeling that warmth of the water. Get yourself in a nice comfortable position and reach for the toes and relax the body here. You can massage the feet and the toes if it feels calling to you. And this is really, although it's guided, this is your practice. So allow yourself to let out any kind of sounds, adjust the body. If you have lower back issues, you don't want to round your spine like I am. You can keep your spine nice and long and straight. But if it's available, feel free to round the spine, release the head, and keep that focus in towards the eyebrows. Relax the skin of the face. Breathe gently in through the nose and out through the nose. We're here for a little while. Try to release fully any weight, any tension. And you can even use a prop to support your head. And if it's in your practice, you can try ujjayi breath, ocean breath, where you constrict the glottis muscle, the muscle you use when you whisper, for even deeper healing and connection to the vagus nerve. And gently release that. Bring the knees into the chest and just relax again. Take a nice deep inhale and squeeze here. And you're going to extend one foot out, keeping one foot in. And all the time, maybe caressing the leg, caressing the body, giving thanks. Reach for that one foot and give a nice long stretch. Taking the time to relax the body and give the body this breath work can do wonders for releasing tension, anxiety, worry, and can offer the body healing time with the nervous system to remember that you're safe and that it doesn't require a lot of time to make a huge impact on your overall well-being. So I'm grateful for you being here in this practice. Breathe in, focus the gaze. We hold postures longer in a yin yoga practice, a restorative practice, so the body has time to release. So wherever you are, gently release that stretch. Bring your knees back in. Adjust your body. Maybe connect in with your shoulders, your back, your hips. Give some gentle twists. Release any stuck energy there. And now gently release the opposite leg, keeping one leg bent in, and reach for the toes of the opposite leg. Bring some balance into the body. And release the idea that you need to keep time for this. Just focus on the breath coming in and the breath going out. At any time, if you're feeling more overwhelmed by the invitations here, let it all go. Let the breath be what it is for you, and know that you're safe and grounded in this space. Tune into your senses of hearing, of smell, of touch, and anchor yourself into this moment. Gently releasing the toes and coming back up. Not all tubs are the same, and so you may find that you need to change how you're sitting in order to facilitate a stretch. But here I'm moving into the center of the tub, facing the wall of the tub so that my knees can stretch out before me, sitting up in a nice, tall, cross-legged position. Let's do some alternate nostril breathing. Using your right hand, use your pinky fingers to close the left side of the nose and breathe in and out through the right nostril. Nice and slow. Eyes are closed, shoulders relaxed, belly soft. Gently release now and block the right nostril with your thumb and breathe in and out through the left side now. A few breaths here, nice and slow. Noticing any blockages or the ease of one side versus the other. Just observe. Now, wherever you are, gently release on the inhale, close and exhale on the alternate side. Continue at your own pace, breathing in, close, and exhaling on the opposite side. We're going to be here for a few breaths, so take your time. This opens up pathways in the body for oxygen, chi, prana, life force energy to flow through the nadis, through the channels of the body. And brings an awareness to if we have any blockages in the sinuses. And hopefully it's feeling nice and flowing as you release each breath gently. Doing this pranayama, this breath work for at least 3 minutes every day can make a big difference in your overall wellness and the energy flowing through your body. So imagine yourself now, relax the hand and a nice long straight spine. Back to normal breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Just observe for a moment. And gently now, let's invite some soft circles with the neck. The shoulders are relaxed and down, and gently, you're not moving faster than I am. Maybe it takes about 2 to 3 breaths to make a full rotation of the neck, and staying in any spots that are feeling a little bit tender. Just invite some movement in through the atlas and axis, those parts of the neck that allow us to move our heads up and down, side to side. Beautiful. Slow, deep breaths in through the nose. And as always, you know your body best. So if something isn't feeling like the right invitation for you today, honor yourself and honor your body and follow the movements that you feel called to. And if you're slower than me, that's wonderful. You're doing great. But we're looking for no more than 3 full rotations here. Imagining the skin relaxed on your head, around your ears. And gently roll the shoulders back a few times, forwards a few times. And set up to go in the opposite direction. Again, moving slowly, inhaling through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Try to release any thoughts, any needs. Come into your body again. Stay with the breath. And the water is pulling away toxins and nourishing the skin, making it nice and supple. Allowing the body to feel nice and warm. as you invite in this movement, this gentle movement. And start to bring the head back up, maybe using the hands to help. We're going to focus in again, gaze towards the eyebrows, and maybe invite some touch in and around the face, around the ears. We're going to do a little bit of fascia work here. So take your left thumb and place it into the cheekbone. Using your other hand, grab your ear, pull your ear away from your head, and push in with your thumb just for 10 seconds, counting this out gently in your head. Pushing with the thumb and pulling against the ear gently. Gently release that and start to massage that ear. Just noticing if there's any tension or tightness. A lot of energy can get stuck in and around the ears and jawline. So just giving yourself a little bit of nourishment there and setting up for the other side. You're going to take your left thumb and place it into the cheekbone, pushing and using your opposite hand to pull out from the bottom of your ear. Make sure you have a nice grip, and we're holding this for 10 seconds. Breathing normally. And slowly release that and start to bring some massage into the ear. Notice if you've never really touched into certain areas of the ear. Use the thumbs and relax the skin in and around underneath the jaw, behind the ear. Be curious about this touch. Still breathing in through the nose. Now we're going to gently massage up the sides, kind of the sideburns there, the skin. Just gently, maybe not pinching, but pulling through the sides of the sides of the ear there. You can do any kind of massage that you like, but just releasing that muscle group with our thumbs. Very gentle. Now, if you want, I'm going to release my hair and give myself some oils. I have very dry, fair skin, and so I like to add oil to my skin. You might have the opposite. My partner he produces oil, so he doesn't do the same. But if you want to give yourself a nice scalp massage here and add some oil into the hair, mine's just a homemade concoction of oils that I enjoy for my skin. So rubbing them on the hands and then inviting some touch into the scalp, around the face, the neck. Maybe you're taking this opportunity to wash the hair, whatever you really like to do, or just inviting sensual touch, connection into a lot of this muscle groups rarely gets relaxed. And these are the facelifts, recognizing that we have fascia. That's this watered webbing that goes all through the body. And we have a lot of connection and sensory points on the top of the scalp, the back of the neck, around the ears. Just invite some gentle massage here. Breathing in through the nose. Eyes are still closed, connected into that gaze at the third eye. And I'm going to put my hair back up, and we'll continue with our practice. Invitation to move like a slow creature, imagining yourself as like a koala or a slug. So there's no need to rush. Breathing in through the nose, maybe checking in with the shoulders here and giving them a nice roll. And gently adjusting the body so that you can be lengthwise again. Going to move nice and slowly, sitting back and up, and bringing our right leg over top of the left in a nice folded kind of pigeon posture here. You can push and adjust on the knee to bring some tension. Just noticing a little bit of opening through the hips, relaxing the back and the shoulders down. Breathe in through the nose. And gently bring the weight of your body forward with that knee still bent. And we do a forward fold here, opening through the hip. If you can, always lengthening the exhale, breathing in and gently releasing slowly through the nose. Notice as the mind wants to drift or skip to the next thing, can you stay present with the breath, with the experience you're having in your body? And gently start to bring energy into the back, into the head and neck. Start to wind yourself up and release that leg. Extend it out in front. Slowly in your own time, just remembering that your body may look different from mine, from your neighbors. It's important that you honor yourself. And as you set up for the opposite side, bring that foot over top of the knee, and you can try binding your hands around the leg to bring some connection in through the hip, or as I did before, pushing gently against the knee, opening that space. Just taking a few breaths here. And then gently setting up for the forward fold, knee staying bent. Check in with your hips. Nice long spine. You can reach yourself forward towards your foot. And it's okay to use assistance here. Maybe a strap or belt around the bottom of the foot can help bring some lengthening. Maybe for some of you, this is the first time you've ever attempted to do yoga in the tub before. Maybe this is something that you've done often and haven't ever thought about defining it. But I'm grateful that you're giving yourself this time. Really try and anchor into your heart this idea of love for the body and for yourself, and the knowing that you deserve uninterrupted time to bring rest and restoration to the body. And gently bringing yourself up out of that position, extending your legs, maybe giving the knees a little squeeze, resting the neck. And we're over halfway through this practice together. I'm going to switch to doing some cat-cows. So bringing the front body forward as you inhale. Exhale, round your spine from the seated position. Bring your chin to chest. Go at your own pace, and you can use the sides of the tub to help bring stability and groundedness. Give yourself a few movements here, bringing flexibility to your spine. Inhale, open and widen the chest. Exhale, round your shoulders forward through the lower spine. Beautiful. And when you're ready, come back into a neutral spine. Going to cross our leg and bring just a gentle twist using the sides of the tub. Nice gentle twist, whatever capacity you're in there. Not forcing, but staying in a nice long spine. Focus in the gaze. Breathe in through the nose. Relax your face. Relax your jaw. A reminder that there is no end to a twist. It's not about what you look like. It's about what you're experiencing. And gently and slowly walk yourself back to center and adjust your legs. Set up for the other side, bringing the opposite leg over the other. Bind your elbow if you can. Use the sides of the tub and bring a nice long twist in through the spine, sitting up nice and tall. Breathe nice and gently. In through the nose, out through the nose. If you can, constricting the glottis, bringing that ujjayi breath, that ocean breath into your practice. Imagining lots of fluidity along the spine. Release tension. And slowly walk yourself back into a center. Release the leg. Reach for the toes. Give them a little rub. And roll yourself back into a nice long straight spine. Grab your fingers behind your back, interlace the fingers, and pull your shoulders down and back. Stretch through the arms, through the chest. Breathe gently. And release the hands and bring some rotations into the wrists. Play here. Let the fingers be expressive, moving through the wrists. Allow the crickety cracks out. Just imagine your wrists and fingers are like seaweed, and you can play and move now. Gently bring the movement into the shoulders and slowly start to turn yourself to face the opposite direction in your tub if possible. We're going to lay our bodies down, the upper bodies. I'm going to wrap my hands behind my head and place my feet up to the top part of my tub. And just allow my feet to rest here. I'm using a towel just to stay stable so they're not slipping. Hands behind the ears so I'm not sinking too far under the water. Just rest your back here. If you want, extend your feet up towards the sky. Let the energy drain down the legs. Pick something that's stable and comfortable for you. This isn't always necessarily possible depending on the tub that you're in, but just allowing that lower back to relax, the hips to relax, and inviting softness in through the face. Relaxing the shoulders, feeling the heat of the water on your back. Inhale slowly through the nose. Exhale slowly. And bend the knees and let the feet find the edge of the tub again if they were up. Breathe gently. Release the thoughts. Come back into that gaze towards the eyebrows. And you can bring your ankle on top of a knee and bring some rotations into that space. Allow the crickety cracks out, moving any stuck energy through this joint. Go in one direction and then find yourself in the other. Really accentuate the expression of your toes. Stretch them nice and wide. Bring some nice movement in there. Stretch the toe forward, stretch it back. And gently switch to the opposite foot. Bringing that ankle over the knee and invite some rotations. Nice, gentle movement. Very mindful. Giving thanks to our feet for allowing us to walk, dance, jump. Making sure that we go in both directions and maybe point the toes and bring them back up, flex them forward, and release the foot back down. You can extend your legs fully if it feels comfortable, if there's not too much stress or pushing on the knee. Allow the feet to be up. Allow this inversion. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Allowing the nervous system to fully relax. Opening through the hips here as our feet are extended. It feels so good to be in the water, to be in a tub. To pay attention to all the parts of our body and honor them with gentle, mindful movement. Maybe you had an intention or a prayer or a wish when you started this practice. Just anchor it back into yourself and bring your feet together if you can and start to rub. And this is really common for us to rub our hands together, but we're rubbing these feet together as well as our hands. So bring energy to the body, waking up the body by rubbing our feet together, rubbing our hands together. Feels awkward, can feel silly. Gently stop and start to bring yourself up out of the tub, sitting up into the tub, not fully out of the tub. And we're going to take some moments to wake up the skin, centering yourself, feeling nice and comfortable, still keeping that breath, maybe resting against the back of the wall or the tub, depending on what you're in. And gently maybe opening the eyes. Rinsing the face. Allowing the water. Be mindful that if you've put any soaps or harmful liquids in the tub, you definitely don't want to be rubbing that water on your face. So just be really conscious of whatever you've used. And bring some awakeness to the body. I'm going to grab a nice soft bristle brush and start to gently scrape the skin, massage the skin. You can do this with a washcloth. You can do this with a loofah sponge, whatever you might have. We do this on all or areas of the body. So take the time to do the arms, your armpits, the creases and the folds, the skin of the hands. This wakes up the skin, wakes up the body, helps bring awareness and energy to the body. This is a very common practice in a lot of bathhouses and spas. You can, in fact, even have this offering done for you, a body scraping, but you'll find that it helps open up the lymph nodes, helps awaken the skin vessels, so get the belly, get the chest. Of course, I'm wearing a top just so that this video can be published on YouTube. But please do your chest, take your legs and get in all of the areas, all of the crevices, support yourself, get your toes. Really take your time to rub all of the skin, and we do this as part of that healing offering to the body. And it can be difficult to reach all areas, but do your best to support yourself and rub the legs, rub the thighs, the buttocks, all parts sacred. And this small and gentle practice, which only takes a few minutes, can help the whole body feel more alive, more connected. You can also do just the practical job of removing dead skin and particles and dust. You can smile as you give your body love in this way. And you're more than welcome to follow your own hygiene practices here in this practice. And because your skin has been sitting in the beautiful water, it's making it easier for this cleansing to occur. Any dead skin or particles or hairs that no longer are serving the body are invited to leave. And always making sure that you're moving with safety. Maybe setting yourself the brush aside. I'm going to use this soap that I was able to receive from a local indigenous maker in Campbell River, and it's shaped like a fish, and so I'm using it in this way to clean those parts of the body under the arms, the lower extremities, just inviting in that cleansing and delightful smell. I don't often shower with soaps very often, just on a weekly basis as opposed to daily, as again, my skin is very dry, and you follow what it is that you need. Bringing some shaking now into the body, some vigorous shaking in the arms, wrists, hands. Release any energy. And I'm going to offer a bit of sound now to the body, coming back to rest my head on the towel. Take a nice, relaxing posture, if you can. And if you have a shaker, chime, anything to bring some sound healing in, you can use your voice. Just offer the body a bit of sound. You're tuning your senses and your energy body back into the space, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose as we come to the final meditation portion of this practice. Now, of course, you can use a speaker and some music or just the sounds from this video. Using a chime or a shaker, any instrument, a drum, can help bring alignment in through the chakras, in through the energy centers in the body. And of course, I just find that the chimes here are small enough and gentle enough. And I'm going to invite in a glass of water, give thanks to the waters for this bath, for this ritual, for the hydration in and outside of the body. Miigwech nibe means thank you to the water in Anishinaabe-Moan. Mahalo, merci beaucoup, muchas gracias, agua sagrada, sacred water. And that concludes this ceremony and yoga. And you're welcome to stay in your bath and enjoy your space. Maybe offer yourself a little bit more time in reflection. And I thank you for being here. Thank you for coming into this unique opportunity. And if you enjoyed this practice, please come and find me on YouTube or Insight Timer. And I look forward to practicing with you in the future.